Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope all of you are doing good. So today in this session I'll explain about the writing skill. Before going to explain about the writing skills, I would like to explain or to know about what is written communication. So it is already explained to you in the previous sessions. So the written communication is the act of writing or typing or printing symbols like letters and numbers to convey the information. Basically, when we use the typing or printing, so it is like we are conveying through the written communication. It is helpful also because it provide a record. A proof is provided by this type of communication for future purpose or for future reference. Writing is commonly used to share information through the books, pamphlets, blogs, letters, SMS, messages, etc. So next we have the advantages and disadvantages of written communication. So some of the advantages are mentioned here, like it gives the permanent record, meticulous presentation, easy circulation, suitable for statistical data, and it promotes goodwill also. And some of the disadvantages of written communication, it is time consuming because we have to prepare the documents. Okay, we have to prepare the pamphlets, the written material we have to prepare. So it is time consuming, non flexible, no scope for clarification also, because at the time of oral communication, if you want to clarify anything during the communication, you can easily clarify it, but the written, in case of written communication, at that time clarification is not easy. Next is demands writing proficiency, and next is the probability of wrong interpretation also, like in the way the intended message should not be received by the receiver. So these are the advantages and the disadvantages of written communication. Next we will study about the writing skills. So next we have the writing skills. It means the ability to convert the thoughts into some words with proper grammar, punctuation, and other important aspects of writing. Good writing skills are essential for any effective communication, as it allows you to communicate your message with clarity for the large number of audiences. So writing skills is an extremely complex process that includes a number of factors such as generating the ideas, planning them, outlining them, drafting, editing, etc. Right. So oral communication, or the oral, whatever the things are orally said, are to be involved some less amount of skill as compared to writing skills. So writing is viewed as a series of overlapping and interacting process, as anything can be changed. So we have divided writing skills or writing into three distinct stages, that is the pre-writing, writing, and the post-writing. So first of all, let us understand these stages. Pre-writing is a preparatory stage in which we have to prepare what we need to deliver. So it involves thinking, reflecting, and planning about what can be written. Next is the writing stage. It is the act of putting the ideas, whatever in our mind, we have to put it on the paper and drawing that meaningful conclusion. Hence, it is a process of discovering and exploring the ideas and writing about them on the paper. And the last stage is the post writing. So post writing is all about reading whatever we have written on the paper, or reading whatever is the written content, and reviewing and editing to be modified and polished. It should be modified and polished, as it can be better understand, it is better understand by the recipient of the message. So we have these pre-writing, writing and post-writing. Through the diagram it also mentioned. You can clearly see it. So next is why writing skill is important. It is the question which arises that if we can easily speak, then why there is a need for writing. So writing skill is too very important, because writing is one of the important ways of expressing our thoughts and communicating ideas and views to others. It is the most important means of communication uh, within any organization. So all the written works in the organization or in any company is the important way to communicate. Okay, so they are exchanging through the mails, they are having some notes, some pdfs. Okay, through that they are exchanging the information with the others too. So writing skill is also very important means of communication in any organization. Next, writing help us to think better and perhaps even be smarter. Be it a school, college, workplace, or a society, writing has become a vital phenomena to assess one's knowledge. Okay, it is because the writing give us the future reference. Writing give us a record which can be very important to assess one knowledge afterwards. Writing skills are crucial for recording ideas and experiences for future references. So, for enhancing writing skills, the language is the primary tool, and we should have a fundamental grasp of how it works and how to use it. So, we are having the uh, three factors are distinct from each other as regards to writing. The first factor is what is being communicated, the second one is how is being communicated, and the third and the important one is the reader. I think you already know the difference between the sender and the receiver. So in a written communication, a receiver is a reader and a sender is a speaker. Next, we have the phrases. I think you already studied in your English grammar. It is totally the part of grammar. So, actually, it is included in this computer to just to enhance your writing skill and nothing else. So, a phrase is a set of words that stand together as a single unit, as a part of a clause or a sentence. Or in simple terms, we can say that a phrase is a group of words that work together to make some meaningful sentence, but it is not a complete one. It may or may not be contain a subject and a verb. So in a very simple words, it is just a group of words to make some line or sentence meaningful, but all it is not a necessary condition that it is a complete sentence, and subject and a verb may or may not be present in it. So some of the examples of phrases are like along the road. So this sentence is, in this sentence meaning is clear, but it is not a complete sentence. So this type of sentence is the prepositional phrase. Are going after him, it is a verb phrase. The yellow dress, the meaning is clear. In a departmental store, meaning is clear but the sentence is not complete one. To live and breathe, the meaning is clear again. So basically we are having a phrase that cannot stand alone to give complete meaning, and hence it can act as a noun, an adjective, a preposition, or an adverb. The construction of the phrase determines its function in a sentence. Depending upon its functions, phrases are divided into the following types. So the first we have the noun phrase. So noun phrase is the phrase that acts like a noun in a sentence, is known as a noun phrase. It consists of a noun and its modifiers also. For example, they bought a beautiful black car. So here noun means what? It is the object. So a beautiful black car is a object, means it is a noun. The women in the car shouted for help. Here the object is the woman in the car. Next we have the verb phrase. So it consists of a verb and its modifier. For example, we are waiting for the movie to end, or Rahul felt a prick on his arm while playing basketball. So here waiting for the movie or felt a prick on his arm is the verb and its modifier. Next is the adverbial phrase. It also includes or the phrases that act as adverbs. They modify the verbs, adverbs or adjectives. For example, they are walking around the block. So here around the block, and he drinks milk after the meal. So here the modifying where and modifying when. Okay, so these are the adverbial phrase. Next is the prepositional phrase. It is a group of words that includes a preposition and a noun. A prepositional phrase will function as either an adjective or an adverb. For example, she always speaks in a loud voice. So in a loud voice here used as a adverb, and she smelled of strawberries and cream. So here it is like the it includes a adjective. Next we have the gerund phrase. Gerund phrases are essentially noun phrases that begin with a gerund. For example, running through the woods can be difficult, jumping like a kangaroo is fun. Next we are having the infinitive phrase. So in the infinitive phrase begin with the verb infinite and also include the modifier. It functions as noun and adjectives or verb. For example, I like to swim every morning, and she went to visit to the countryside. So these phrases begin with the verb infinite. Okay, to swim every morning. So next is the appositive phrase. An appositive phrase is essentially a noun phrase, but one that renames another noun in the sentence. For example, the tree, a tall redwood, was beautiful. The curtains were made of lace, a beautiful and delicate fabric. So these are the examples of appositive phrase. Next we are having the participle phrase. A participle phrase begins with a present or past, ing or ed participle. A participle phrase includes the participle and its modifiers, and it also functions as the girls giggling and playing in the park never seem to tire. So here giggling and playing in the park is the example of participle phrase. Fatigued and dehydrated in the desert the man traveled on. Again the fatigued and the dehydrated in the desert are the examples of participle phrase. Next we are having absolute or nominative phrase. So absolute or nominative phrase includes a noun and a participle and any modifier also. It is always separated by a comma in a sentence. For example, he, comma, having books in his hand, comma, was going to school. So here having book in his hands. So in this word, in this group of words, we are having before and after two commas. So these are the absolute or nominative phrase. Again another example, she looks adorable. Her, comma, her hair is streaked with sunlight. So again her hair is streaked with sunlight is an example of absolute nominative phrase. So this is all about today's session. I think you understand these points. Again, if you are having any doubt or confusion, you can ask me on our next session on Google Meet or drop me a message on the campus care. Thank you.